Hey everybody, it's me, Stacy, here at Scrapbooking Made Simple with another YouTube mini class for you today. I hope that the holidays are finding everybody well and warm and happy. I know in some places it's very, very cold. We're in sunny California where it's been a bit chilly, but next week we're gonna have 80-degree weather, so that's shorts weather in December. Woo! So those of you who are like below 20, I'm sorry. Anyway, we are going to be doing a mini class today featuring Elizabeth Craft's Polished Silk Glitter, the Essentials Glue Pad. We're going to show you how to mask with the glitter. I have done a very similar YouTube like this maybe 2 years ago, year and a half ago, but everybody asks, how do you do that? So we're going to do it again, and hopefully I put in some new techniques that maybe you didn't know or haven't seen. And I hope that you'll stay with me to watch it because it should be a really great and fun YouTube. We've got some beautiful samples for you. Now, the Spellbinder Warehouse sale is still on. Today is Friday the 13th, so I'm knocking on wood that it's a great day here at the shop. And it continues on through Saturday, through tomorrow. However, you can shop online until Sunday. And just remember, just like Black Friday, the Black Friday sale, the Spellbinders Warehouse sale will not make it for Christmas delivery. We are not processing those orders yet. They will not make it for Christmas delivery. So if you shop and you want all of those fabulous prices on all of those Spellbinders, it's because you love them, you need them, you want them, but not by Christmas. We're finishing up orders that we have in-house already and getting all those orders out to people before we start these, so we catch up. But go ahead, get online and go take a look. You would go to www.shop@sms.com, and there's a big thing right on the home page that says Spellbinders Warehouse Sale. It's in black and red, and you just click that and it'll take you to the page that has everything. And gosh, there's hundreds of Spellbinders up there. It's not just a select few that are on sale. It's all of them. So go have fun, take a look. And we've also got Winner Winner Chicken Dinner from the last YouTube. Are you ready? Are you ready to hear your name called? Because I'm sure it's you. I'm positive you're the one who's gonna win. The winner winners are gonna win some diversions dies. Yes, diversions, dynamics. Oh my gosh, I get them so confused. Anyway, you're gonna win some great dies that we did last YouTube, the corner dies and maybe some border dies, but we'll have a nice selection for you. Yay! And if you are Darlene Kellenberger, Kellenberger, Darlene, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, woohoo! You are a winner. If you are Gina, oh, I even had to ask Naomi, how do we pronounce this one? Kolodnicki, Kolodnicki. Gina, way to go, you're a winner. Last name is Kolodnicki. Oh, you're gonna kill me for the butchering of that, and my humble apologies, Gina, truly, but really doesn't matter because you won. Woohoo, woohoo. You'll forgive anything for that, right? Next we have, oh yay, Teresa LaFleur. Congratulations, Teresa, well done. You also are a winner of some of the product we used in the last YouTube. So I'm excited for you all. And how are you going to claim your prizes? Well, of course, you're going to email us at asksms@earthlink.net and make it attention Naomi, I'm a winner chicken dinner, and let her know it's from the YouTube and the YouTube number and your address, and she will get things out to you just as soon as possible. Just know that emails, we're probably 2.5 days behind right now on emails, but they are working feverishly to get through them. We get hundreds of them a day, and we want to answer each and every one of them. And some of them are questions about product, and some of them are questions about orders. And so just hang in there, and we're going to get to you, okay? All right, so we've got Winner Winner Chicken Dinner, and I've talked to you about the Spellbinder Warehouse sale that's continuing on. And you only have today and tomorrow, and if you're online, Sunday, but they will not make it for Christmas delivery. And don't forget that Big Shot is on sale for $69.99, regularly $119.99. That's the one that I'm going to be using in today's demo, or make and take, Or no, it's a mini class. That's what it is. It's a mini class. So I'm going to get started for today. And if you want to be a winner on the next YouTube, all you have to do is post a comment on this YouTube. And once I do the next YouTube, we will pick some lucky winners. And if it wasn't you this time, maybe it will be you next time. And also, I'm going to try and get one more YouTube in before the end of the year. So I'm not going to say my end of the year goodbyes yet, because I think I can squeeze one more in, okay? All right, down we go. See ya. Bye. Okay. There we go. All right, so today we are working with Elizabeth Crafts Polished Silk Glitter. We also have new stamps from a company called Indigo Blue. And they're overseas, they're out of the UK, and I think their stamps are just gorgeous. Sorry for the glare. I think their stamps are just beautiful. They are a red rubber cling stamp. And for those of you who are not familiar, a cling stamp is a rubber stamp that has this cushiony foam on the back, as opposed to a traditional wood block. Normally this would be on a wood block, but they've kind of gotten away from that, which is really good because this is so much easier to store, and it's also about 30% cheaper than a wood mount. So it clings to a clear acrylic block, and this happens to be a Tim Holtz grid block. You just push it on there, push it down, and by static, it clings. Easy, so you can use it over and over and over again. So that is a red rubber cling mount stamp, and Indigo Blue makes beautiful stamps. Now, we're going to be working with the Elizabeth Crafts Polished Silk Glitter, and this glitter is different than any other glitter out there because it is micro fine, not ultra fine. It is micro fine, which means it almost looks like fairy dust when you are using it. It is so fine. And when you polish it, it feels like silk. It's soft, and it doesn't feel like glitter at all. You always think of glitter as being maybe a little chunky, a little harsh. No, this is easy and soft and just yummy. And we use it in a very special way. We use it with either the Elizabeth Crafts adhesive sheets, or we use it with our Suk Wang tape, which is what we prefer because you get bang for your buck, or we use it with the Essentials glue pad. And this is the Essentials glue pad. However, it is now sold, this is old, this one's 8 years old. It's now sold in a container that looks like this. So if you're out shopping for it in your local independent retailer, because you have one and they carry it, this is what you're looking for. If you're shopping online, it's the Essentials glue pad here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. So this was the old version, and this is the new version. This glue pad is as special as Elsa's glitter. This glue pad is the only glue pad that will work with a microfine glitter. And it's really, oh, it's upside down, that doesn't help. It's really important that you use this glue pad in the way I'm going to show you. Now, we're also going to be working with masking because we get a lot of questions about how does masking work. And I'm going to show you how masking works, but we're going to kind of have to go forward to go backwards, if that makes sense. I'm going to start with the Essentials glue pad, and then I'm going to jump to the masking, and then I'm going to come back to the Essentials glue pad. So hopefully I don't lose you, but there's a reason I'm doing what I'm doing. So hang with me, stay with me, and hopefully this will make total sense to you. This is part of my Be a Glitter Goddess class. I have an all-day Be a Glitter Goddess class where we do about 20 different techniques with all the glitter and different things that you can do, and this is just one of them. Now, we start with basic paper when we're using the Essentials glue pad. All I've got here is just plain white paper. It doesn't have to be expensive cardstock, it's whatever you want it to be, but you do want it to be smooth. And we have the 100-pound marshmallow by Basil, which is beautiful. It's smooth, it's heavy, it does a great job. And I think it's like 40 cents a sheet, so really well worth it. Now, the Essentials glue pad, when you buy it, it comes empty, meaning that there's no glue on the pad at all. The pad is completely dry, and it comes with a little bottle of glue. Now, this is not a re-inker. You don't use this like you would a re-inker, and that's oh so important. If you don't take anything else away from this today, take away that this is not a re-inker. You only use enough glue on the pad for the application you're doing that moment, that day. You're not going to take this when you get it and dump all the glue on this glue pad and think it's going to absorb in, and 2 months later you can come back and it's going to be fine. No, that's not how it works. You only put as much as you need for what you're doing, and then you put the cap on and you save it till next time. Now, my pad is 8 years old. Can you see all the glitter and grime and gook on it? Yes, it's old. Yes, it still works. Don't throw it away. Mine is yucky, ooh, but it's still good. So when you run out of the glue, you just buy a new glue bottle. You don't have to buy, you just buy this. You don't have to buy the whole set again. They sell for, I guess, $9.39. Usually we round that up to $9.40, but $9.39. And I believe the glue by itself is $4.99. So you really shouldn't ever have to replace your pad. The glue is water soluble. Now, I don't wash my pad ever. But everybody asks, well, after you've stamped with it, how do you clean your stamp? It's water soluble. A baby wipe or Dawn dishwashing detergent or Palmolive dishwashing detergent, something that's mild on your stamps, and it will clean your stamp right up. So, first thing, you put your glue down, but you don't empty your bottle. Really important. So I'm going to put just a little bit of glue. And then I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to stamp it up. I'm going to add that glue right to the stamp. Now, if you get enough glue on it, on your pad the first time, you don't have to re-glue every time you want to stamp if you've got enough glue on this the first time. But after maybe 2 stamps, you would have to probably add a little more glue. Now I've got it all inked up. I am on my stamp mat, my gush. Remember, this is sold in a really big piece, and we cut it into half when we ship it to you because it's so big. But this is 1/4 of the size. And if you've got 4 friends, you can just cut it into quarters and share it. It's $3.99, and it takes a bad stamper to, oh my gosh, I actually stamped and it looks good. And it just gives your stamp something to sink into, as opposed to a hard table where you've got nothing to gush into. So I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to put it on my white paper and give a press. Now, I'm not doing chest compressions. I'm not doing this. I'm just giving a good press. And hopefully I'm on my paper. I can't tell it's white. Oh, I'm a little off, but that's okay. I gave a good press, and then I'm just going to pull up my paper. And I don't know if you can see. I don't know if I can get it, but can you see the shiny part? That is the glued image. Okay? Now I'm going to set that aside, and the reason I'm going to set that aside is it needs to go tacky. I'm going to move this for a minute, and I'm going to stamp one more. This time I think I'm going to stamp real quickly the snowflake. The glue needs to go tacky. Now, oh, my block is dirty. My stamp isn't sticking down. I need to add a little more glue. This glue is, when you're using it with the polished silk, you need to let it get tacky, which means you need to let it sit there for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, all the way up to about 20, 25 minutes. Yes, 25 minutes. You can walk away and you can go answer the phone, you can make yourself a cup of coffee, you can watch a little Dr. Phil, and come back and the application's ready to go. So I've added a little bit of my glue. And I'm going to put that down. Well, my block is really dirty. And I'm going to give a good press. Ooh. Then I'm going to pull up. And I'm going to pull my... Now you could, if you wanted, just to be sure, you could rub it this way too. That's okay. I'm going to pull it up and make sure... Oh yeah. I've got a beautiful impression. I know it's hard to see because it's clear. But I'm going to set that over here because it has to go tacky. Now, while those are kind of drying, if I was to put the glue on or the glitter on right now, do it right now while this is not quite tacky enough, after I put it all on and it dries, I would be able to wipe it all off. It would just go right back to a clear white sheet. It is oh so important that you give this some time, have a little patience for it to get tacky. And if you need to be a little quicker, you can waft it, blow on it. You know, if your time is of an essence or you don't have patience, which is pretty much me, you can waft it, but you can leave it for up to 20-25 minutes. So I'm gonna let those sit there and I'm gonna move on because I said we're gonna let those sit there to go tacky and I'm gonna show you masking. Now, what's a mask? I have taken my Scrapbooking tape, my 6-inch roll, and I have peeled back a piece of it, peeled back a piece, and I have cut it right away. I've cut myself a piece of my 6-inch roll right away. Let's see, I'll just cut cut myself a piece of my 6-inch roll. There it is. Now this is tacky right now. I have to put this on something so that I can use it because this is sticky right now. So let's just take a card base just for, I need to put that on something, so there. Now I've put it on a piece of paper. Now I can die cut with it. I can pull this back and glitter it. I can pull this back and glitter it and stamp on it. But whatever you do, when you're using the rolls, the minute you cut it off the roll, you have to put it onto some kind of paper. And it does not have to be great paper because you're going to glitter over the top. So you don't have to use your most expensive cardstock because you're not gonna see the cardstock after you're done glittering. But that's what we've done with these sheets here, is we've already put it onto cardstock and backed it so that it's ready to be used. Now it can stay this way until you pull off the top piece. Until I expose this sticky, this can stay this way forever until it's ready to be used. So you can make these ahead of time and have them ready to go. Now I'm gonna talk about masks, and people ask, what's a mask? A mask is whatever is not being glittered or not being inked at that time. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna cut with my X-Acto blade. I'm just gonna cut straight down. And I'm gonna pull this top piece off. Now if I was to glitter this, this side wouldn't get glittered because it still has that top piece on. This is a mask. Very, very simple. So if I were to take, let's see, a color of my glitter, and put it on. And let it work its way on down so it covers the whole thing. See how that covered the whole thing? And I need a mop brush. Aha! Let's grab a mop brush. And take my brush and brush it off. Dump my glitter back into its bowl. And then, because it's polished silk, you're going to use your finger. No better tool than your finger. And I'm going to rub it. And it's going to make that glitter happy. So I've now glittered one side, and I didn't glitter this. This is a mask. I could now pull this side off and glitter it a completely different color. Let's do that real quick. So let's take a pretty contrasting color. Ooh, not much purple left. Okay, maybe not on that purple. Let's see, do I have another purple in here? Let's take a purple. There we go. And I'm gonna put the purple right on, just like I did before. And I have little spoons that a wonderful customer gave me. Thank you, Marilyn. And for Christmas last year. But the spoons are very handy. I recommend you go to Baskin-Robbins and try lots of different ice creams. And then buy some ice cream. You can't just go there for the spoons. But they are very, very handy. Or Smart and Final, like Slurpee spoons will work, and they sell them. But it's nice to have the spoons. Now you see I've dumped it all off. And because I burnished this side already, the purple glitter isn't going to stay there. It's going to come right off. And I'm going to put my purple glitter here right back into the pot because it almost all goes back. You use so little glitter. And then I'm going to burnish this side. I'm hoping you can see the difference between the burnished and the unburnished, or the polished and the unpolished. So I've now polished my glitter and it feels just like silk. It really does. It's very, very smooth. Take your mop brush. This is what a mop brush is. Mop brush is a technical term for, I guess, painters, but this is from Target. It's $1. It's their e.l.f. line. It's in their cosmetic department, and you don't need anything more than this. For $1, this is what you want to use. Don't go buy yourself an expensive brush. Teacher Linda gave me a beautiful brush, and I use it for my classes because it's my personal brush, but for everybody else, this will work just fine. And see how the glitter didn't transfer? So this was a mask because I did this color first and then I went here. Are we together so far? Now, when you're using the Sukwang tape, you never, 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 never throw this top piece away. Ever, ever, ever. People are like, but why? Because this is the only thing that won't stick once you've exposed the sticky. Won't stick. If you put paper there, you're done. It'll stick. So to make masks, you need to have this. And the only time you get this is when you take it off of this. Now you may glitter this whole piece right here because you want to use it for something else. Still save this because you never know when you're going to want to make a mask. Now I did that simple mask just by cutting it in half, just by showing you. All a mask is what's covering up what's not going to be glittered or embossed or stamped. That's all a mask is. It's masking the sticky. Now I'm going to die cut with it. So I've got my piece that is exposed. I'm going to put this out of the way. I'm just going to move these for a moment. And I am going to bring over my Big Shot machine. I've got my Sizzix Big Shot machine. And I think I wrote, do not cut big enough. I even wrote thank you. I don't know that they're gonna see it, but we're gonna try. Now I'm using my magnetic platform because I'm gonna be using Elza's dies, and they are wafer dies. And with wafer dies, the magnetic platform from Sizzix is perfect. It's fabulous. And it's on sale for 20% off right now during the Spellbinder warehouse sale because of course Spellbinders works on the magnetic platform. Any wafer die does. But when you use the magnetic platform, you're going to change your sandwich. Normally, I have the do not cut plate on the bottom. This time, I'm going to have the cut plate on the bottom. I'm going to take this piece that came off the top of my sticky, the piece that says Sukwang, and it doesn't matter if the Sukwang faces up. Sukwang, see it says Sukwang on it. Can you see that? Doesn't matter if that's facing up or facing down, makes no difference. Then I'm going to take my die, I'm going to put it right on there, and because it's magnetic, it's holding in place my do not cut plate, and my die is with the die cutting side down, the ridges side down. It's opposite of what we normally do, only because we're using the magnetic cutting plate. And I'm going to wheel it on through. Now remember, this machine's normally $119.99 and we've got it for $69.99 during the Spellbinder warehouse sale. And move this over to the side. And I have now made little leaves that are masked. I've made little leaves that are cute little masks. But what do you do with them? Okay, I'm gonna get there. I have got my sticky exposed. Let's take this piece here. Got my sticky exposed. I'm going to take my little leaves and I'm just going to run them kind of along the bottom of my sticky. I'm just going to kind of run them along the bottom. Now obviously I cut a few ahead of time. And let's go that way. Okay. Can you see how I've placed them along the bottom of my sticky? Now what I need to do is take a plain sheet of that's left over, and I'm going to use this to press those leaves down so they adhere to that sticky really good, because I don't want the glitter to get underneath them. I want it to mask. And then let's just take, let's do the light blue glitter. Well, yeah, I guess so. We could do the light blue glitter. Okay, so I'm going to take the blue glitter again. And my spoon. Grab some glitter. Kind of put it all down. And then I do what's called walking it down. I just let gravity do its thing and pull it down. And then where I need a little bit more, I put a little bit more. But I kind of let gravity do its own thing, and I just kind of move it around, because you're going to put the majority of it right back into the bottle. Take my mop brush. Now you can see you can't see where those leaves are right now, but I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to brush off all the extra glitter. See all that extra glitter? You don't need it. Look at all of that. I can put all of that right back into my pot. This glitter really does go a very, very, very long way. A little goes a long way. All right. Put it all right back into my pot. Now I have to polish it with my finger, and there really is no better tool than your finger. And by polishing it, I'm just rubbing it. Now I'm not rubbing it like this, so soft, but I'm not rubbing it like this either. Just a nice pressure. And when you get close to where the masks are, you're going to rub out. So I'm starting on the mask and pulling out. I'm starting on the mask and pulling outward. And the reason I'm not going into it is because I don't accidentally want to peel that mask back. So I'm pulling outward from the mask. And that will mean that the mask stays where it's supposed to stay. Okay, so I've polished this pretty good, and I polish like this. When I'm in class, people are like, what are you doing? Well, I'm polishing my glitter because everybody does it this way. I just hold it and go like this. I don't know. It started a while ago, and it's just what I do. Woo! So I'm going to get the rest of the glitter off. Look at how shiny and fabulous. But now I'm going to pull those masks. Take my little tweezers and just get right underneath it and pull. And see how crisp and clean those lines are, because I pushed that mask down really, really good. And pull. I'm just going to pull all of these off and expose the sticky. Okay, I've got sticky exposed. I've got to do something with it. Let's grab a really deep green. I'm gonna move this out of the way and put the lid on, because I know me, I'll spill it all over the place. I'm gonna put the lid on the purple. And I've got a really deep green now. Open it up. Get another little spoon. And I'm just gonna dump it right on. Kind of work it all over. And then brush it off. Now you'll notice it comes right off the blue. That's because you've already polished that blue. You've already made it happy. You used your finger. See how it comes right off? It didn't contaminate. They didn't commingle. They stayed separate. I'm gonna put my green back in my pot, because again, it uses very little. Just put it right back in my pot. And what do I need to do? I need to polish again. Now I need that green to go from kind of dull to really happy. That is masking. That's masking, but you can only do it when you have the tops from either the Suk-Wang tape or from the Elizabeth Crafts adhesive sheets. You save this. I have buckets of it, because if you're masking, not only do you need to cut with it, but then you need pieces to press those masks down. You have to press those masks down. Let's do another one super quick. Yeah, super quick. I'm just gonna cut this in half because I don't want to use the whole thing. I'm gonna pull the top piece off. I've got some flowers here. I'm just gonna take and lay down some of my flowers right on it. I've die cut these flowers using my Elizabeth Crafts die. Now you can use steel rule dies, Sizzix dies, Elizabeth Craft dies. You can use punches. I could take, this is an old Martha Stewart punch. I could take my Suk-Wang, the top of my Suk-Wang, put it in there and punch and make a border and put a border down here. You can, anything you can cut with, you can freehand to make masks. It's all up to you. It's whatever you want to do. I'm going to put some of these flowers down here, just quickly. And maybe I'll put a couple leaves right, oh, right, maybe right there. And another little flower. And maybe another little leaf. And then I have got to press these down. Oh, see, I got blue on there. I'm going to take one of my blank sheets. I've got my masks, but you can see how they're kind of up. I'm just going to press them down really quick. Now, ideally, you would have a nice clean mask. I used a dirty one, so it left some traces. But that's okay. We'll do it in this one. We'll do it in the deep green because I've got it out. So I'm going to put my deep green right there, right across the top. And I'm going to just let it walk on down and let gravity do its thing. If I need a little more, put a little more, and just let gravity do its thing. Then I'm going to take my mop brush, my elf line brush from Target for $1, and I'm going to brush it all off. And you can see the masks now. The glitter originally covered all the masks up, but once you brush it off, you can see them. I'm going to put my green back. And I'm going to burnish this or polish this. And can you see I'm working from my mask out, from my mask out, from my mask out. That way I don't accidentally peel the mask back in on itself. From the mask out. And then I think I'm going to pull my little leaves. And I'm going to do those in a little bit of gold. Just a little bit of glitter. And then brush it off. Put my gold back in my pot because I don't need to throw it away. Put it right back into my pot. Brush it off good. Give a quick little burnish or a polish. And then I'm going to pull the rest of my flowers. And expose all of those stickies. Now I could do one flower at a time if I wanted to do a bunch of different colors. I could pull one mask and do one flower a color and then another mask another color. But let's go ahead and let's use the red. That'll be a big contrast. Just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. And whatever you don't use, you're going to put right back into the pot. So I'm going to move that around and get it all over those flowers and all over that exposed sticky. And then I'm going to take my brush and brush it off. Can you see that? This is masking. This is how you mask. It's absolutely gorgeous with snowflakes and I mean just the different things you can do and the different color combinations. It's absolutely stunning. And then I need to polish that red. All right, and we have masked. So I showed you in the beginning just exactly what masking means. It means leaving something covered so that you can come back and do it a different color or so that it doesn't stamp. All a mask is covering up something. So we did that to begin with. Then we did the leaves just in one color and I used Elizabeth Crafts dies to do it, but you can use Sizzix, you can use Spellbinders, you can use My Favorite Things, you can use Diversions, Dynamics, you can use them all. Any die, you can freehand your stencil, your mask. You can use Martha Stewart punches, whatever you want. And your mask doesn't have to just be one color like this one. You saw how I did the leaves. I pulled the leaves and did the leaves gold, and then I did the flowers red, but I could have done everything a totally different color. The key about masking is that it has to be done with this, the top sheet of your Sukquang tape or the top sheet of the Elizabeth Crafts adhesive sheets. It's important. This is the only stuff that doesn't stick to the sticky. So, when you peel it off and you think you want to throw it away, don't. Just go get yourself a bag and stuff it in there because the only place you can get it is when you peel it. And you never know when you're going to want to make more than one mask and you only have this one sheet to work with and you need to cut many things. You'll have extra to go. You'll have extra to use. Okay? So that's masking. Now I have made a huge mess over here, but that's okay. We're going to go back. In fact, I think I'm just going to turn this over. We're going to go back to what we started with, which was stamping with the Glue Essentials, the Essentials glue pad. Remember, I inked this up, inked it up, and then I put it onto just basic paper and stamped it. And it left me a glued image. And I said it needed to go tacky. This is the one time where it's okay to be tacky. Can you see? There's a glued image on there. Now for this, again, we're going to use the glitter, but we're going to use it ever so sparingly. I mean ever so sparingly. I'm going to take a little bit of the purple, and I'm going to take a little bit of the blue. And I am going to drizzle. And I do mean drizzle. Now when you do this technique, because I'm using more than one color, I'm not going to be able to put these back into the pots they came from because I'm going to blend my colors. I am so light with this. I mean, it just looks like fairy dust falling. That's all it looks like is fairy dust. Put that back. Can you see there's almost nothing on there? And I'm going to take a little bit of blue, and I'm going to mix my blue. Put a little bit of blue. Now if you get a clump like that, that's okay. No big deal. Just be done with that color because we're going to move it around. So if you accidentally get a clump like that, no worries. Easy peasy. You're just going to move it around, but you don't need to add more over here because you got plenty right there. And let's use the gold. Little bit of gold. Just a little bit. Oopsie, clump. Oops. Now you want to keep your clumps down to a minimum because you don't want to waste your glitter. You want to use as little glitter as possible to do this technique. Now because that glue has been sitting there and it went tacky, I'm going to take my finger, and this time I'm not polishing, I'm not rubbing hard, I'm just moving that glitter over my stamped image. That's all I'm using my finger for, is to move that glitter over that stamped image. See, and I don't have enough. I can feel it's still tacky here. So go get a color, go grab one of those colors, and you're going to add a little bit more. And move it. And I'm just gently moving. And then when I'm all done, I take my mop brush, and I kind of gather it all up. Make sure that all my areas are covered. And that's what I'm left with. No other glue and no other glitter can do this. Do you see the detail in that? It almost looks like it's foiled. Now because you used the glue, you don't have to polish this. You don't have to go in there and polish it. You've done it enough. It's all good. But is that not just gorgeous? Now I have this leftover stuff. See, I could get all this leftover stuff and put it onto a pad. And we have what's called mishmash pots. Mishmash. I just take this and put it into my mishmash. And the mishmash is great. The mishmash looks good on just about anything. Flowers, whatever you're doing. Don't throw the glitter away. Just make a mishmash pot. So let's see. I have a heart here. We stamped the heart. This one here. We stamped that one. And the snowflake was this one, and these are all by Indigo Blue. That's this one, done with the glitter. So now I'm going to do the same thing with my little heart here. I'm going to take a little bit of my red and just lightly drizzle, lightly tap. Get a little bit here, a little bit there. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my gold and put a little gold in there. And it really doesn't look very attractive when you're doing this, because this is what it looks like, and you're like, how is that going to turn into something beautiful? But then I'm going to take my finger. Now, how long have we been talking? Quite some time. Quite some time these have been sitting there. Oh, need a little bit more, maybe a little more red. Quite some time these have been down there, but they had to go tacky. Now you can do it as quickly as 3 minutes. You don't have to wait as long as I did, but I wanted to show you that if you have to, you can. You can go do other things. You can work on other projects. You can be making the card for this or making the layout page for this while this is going tacky. A little more off to the side here. brush it off. And that's what I'm left with. Now you absolutely can do one color. You can absolutely do 5 colors. It's all up to you. And once it's done, you can see it doesn't rub off. Now I am pushing hard. Now I am giving it some push, and it's not coming off. Amazing, but it can only be done with the Essentials glue pad. That's really important. And you're not going to take this bottle and empty it onto this dry glue pad. You're only going to use enough that you need for the application. And yes, my glue pad is as old and as yucky and nasty. Can you see all of that on there? Oh, but it works, so why replace it? When I run out of the glue, I just get another bottle of glue and keep the pad. Why spend another $8.50 or $9? It's $9.40 for the whole thing when all you need to do is replace this. So they went tacky. Now you can use any kind of stamps. Go through your stamps and I mean, it just revitalizes them. It makes them exciting again because now they have a whole new purpose. Absolutely gorgeous. And my snowflake. Absolutely beautiful. And had I done them all blue, just one color, I could have put the extra back into my pot. But because I mixed my colors and blended my colors, you can't. You have to make a mishmash pot. And less is more with this. You don't want to put so much glitter that you end up with a huge mishmash pot. That wastes your glitter. You want to use as little as possible. And you saw I went back in and I added more glitter because I could feel that there was still tackiness. And I could feel, oh, there's not enough glitter there. You can feel it with your finger because you can feel the sticky. And I just drizzled a little bit more until the sticky was gone. Beautiful. So, what have we done today? Wow, we did a lot. We learned how to mask, or what a mask is. That's a really important tool because it can really enhance your cards and your layouts when you can mix and add color. Masking is just using either a die or freehand or a punch and using the leftover, the top piece from your Sukewang tape or your Elizabeth Craft adhesive sheets, and punching different shapes out of that, and then laying it down and layering your glitter. It's all it is. But the effect is absolutely beautiful. Effect is gorgeous. Play, try. It's not hard, I promise. And if I hear anybody's throwing this away, I'm gonna tell you to send it to me because we never have enough of it. Because the only place you can get this is when you take it off the sticky sheet. So keep it forever. We learned how to do that. We also learned how to use our stamps. To go ahead and stamp with a special glue and use the microfine glitter. No other glitter will work because it's just too chunky. It won't get those fine detailed lines. You couldn't use an ultrafine because it won't get those fine detailed lines. It's too chunky. You have to use a microfine, and Elizabeth Crafts makes the best polished silk glitter around. It's absolutely gorgeous. And we just stamped with it. Don't know where my block went, but okay. I've lost it somewhere. I have to tell you, worst case scenario, if you don't have a block big enough, use your Sizzix plates. Shh, I didn't tell you that, but I did. Just use, if you've got your clear plates from your Sizzix, your stamps will cling right to it. If you can't find a block, best next thing is use your Sizzix clear plates. Your stamps will go right to it if they're a cling stamp or a clear stamp, and you can stamp away, no problem. Remember that your Essentials glue pad is water soluble. So you see how there's glue on there? Just go wash it with some Dawn dishwashing detergent or Palmolive or something mild, and it will take it right on off and let it dry, and it's good to use again. Okay. I'm gonna show you some samples because I've got lots of samples. Here's another, the heart I showed you at the beginning using different colors. And then we have got this card here. Pretty, isn't it? Look at the shine. And this was one of the make and takes. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Think of all the things you can do with your stamps now. Oh, this was a popular one. This is the Christmas tree. But Indigo Blue has some amazing stamps. Another sample. Here we have got a Christmas ornament that we did. And look at the detail. Can you see how it clinged to the fine lines? That's using the polished silk and the Essentials glue pad. Fabulous, isn't it? Look at that. And here's another Christmas ornament. So for the make and take, they could do the Christmas ornament or they could do the snowflake. And another of the Christmas trees. Boy, this was popular. That Christmas tree was ever so popular. Now, like I said, you can make masks with spellbinders. So these are part of the Spellbinders warehouse sale. All of these dies will make amazing masks. Absolutely amazing masks. And they're all at least 50% off. Can't go wrong with that, but only for another day or two. So this is a $13 die for $6.50. Look at how fun would these be for masks. You can use your Sizzix dies. This is a brand new one, brand new Spellbinder. You can use Sizzix dies, Spellbinders, Diversions, Dynamics, Memory Box, you name it. You can use your punches that you already have to make masks. And then we have some Indigo Blue stamps. Now, Indigo Blue is a new company for us, and they are out of the UK. So here's the snowflake. And then they had the heart that we did. And here's the ornament that I showed you. So this made this. How fun is that? And then they have larger sets that have all sorts of beautiful stamped images on them. I love, love, love this one. Gosh, that out of glitter, where you could put the glitter, the birdie in one color and just drizzle your glitter. Oh my gosh, that would be so fabulous. And they have just a couple more Indigo Blue, and I love this flourish because this flourish is fabulous. This flourish would go on anything. Scrapbook pages, mixed media, altered art, cards. That flourish is amazing. And then the Christmas tree. So this tree here made this card here by stamping with the glue pad and then drizzling our glitter over. Really beautiful. Okay, that's it for today. I'm gonna tilt on up and I'm gonna say, where are you gonna get all of these great products? You're going to get them on a YouTube Yummy sale. We'll put the Elizabeth Crafts glitter on YouTube Yummy, and we'll put the Indigo Blue, and we'll put her dies. The Elizabeth Crafts dies will go on a YouTube Yummy. Where are you gonna get them? Shop at sms.com. But remember, nothing before Christmas. We're not gonna be able to make any Christmas deliveries. These will all start shipping in January. But you're gonna get them on sale. Yay! I hope that you've learned something new today. I know I repeated one of my older YouTubes, but people really do ask quite frequently, how do you do this, and what is a mask, and how does masking work? And it really is so easy. You need to try. Don't be intimidated. It's just glitter and paper, and you can do it. I know you can. And when you can, you're going to send your samples to SMS Gallery at earthlink.net, and we'll post them in our Facebook gallery, and we'll show everybody what you were able to do. Don't be afraid. You can do this. I know you can. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me. Okay, so it's me, Stacy. Shop the word at SMS at .com. Shop at sms.com. Everything will be on sale. And don't forget to post your comment because you could be a YouTube winner. I'll see you before the end of the year, everybody. Happy holidays. Bye.